Alright, here we are. Excuse me? Oh, that was the wrong button. Granny, you've been disconnected. Hold on. All sorts of things have gone wrong. Well, that awkward beginning to this episode aside, it's a good opportunity for you to try to remember what in the world it was we were going to do next time. I was going to the main menu, but we're here now. And I haven't even put on my wrist strap yet. I don't know why I started recording already. And the game's too loud. Stop being so loud. Of course, again, you guys can't hear that it's loud, but I'm just changing my volume. Because for some reason, for most things, for me, 2% volume is too loud. But it takes extra effort to get things down to 1% volume. Anyways, I don't think there's much of anything you wanted to take care of that's accessible from this menu, actually. I'm always curious if we're going to see something weird when we go back to the main menu like we would in the first two games. Because in the first two games, it was actually when you went back to the main menu that you would get told about having unlocked new things. But this game doesn't do things that way. You're notified a bit more instantaneously these days, so you never had that anticipation of seeing what's going to happen when you go back to the main menu. And you don't have to go back to the main menu to change clothes or anything either. So there's not really anything to do back there anymore. In fact, there wasn't much reason for me to go there. Oh well. It's one way of separating recording sessions, I guess. So for one, dog, but otherwise I think the thing we were doing now is actually going for minigames. Teacup. How? Okay. I admit I've been using this ninja outfit for quite a while too, but I haven't been getting any new outfits. That's something that's gonna have to get amended at some point. Until then. 6th volleyball sets, great. But the only way to actually finish up these minigames is to play them, which I've been pretty good at not doing. So I might want to try to fix that. Elimination, clear levels 1 through 3. Is there anything special for me to know here? Elimination overview. I need to be up to date on how things are eliminated. One opponent after another. We can also do doubles, I guess. 3 matches in a row. Just making sure there isn't anything I'm not aware of this time. I remember going on Beach Volleyball, you really had to learn all the mechanics of that game to be anywhere decent at it. If there was... That game had a weird learning curve where if you knew even... If you understood even one mechanic that your opponent didn't, you could just wipe the floor with them. So differences in skill made big differences in performance in that game. Push control stick in the direction you want to hit the ball in. Move up with the control stick. No. Receiving a move. Then, okay, I admit I'm actually a little awkward on how movement works here. I thought movement was fairly automatic. We'll see. I don't remember having a shuttle when I actually played this before, so it's probably fine. Doesn't sound like there are any mechanics that I was not aware of, at least. Where do the planes go? Okay, so move up and down this way. If I remember right, timing was a pretty big thing here. Okay, that's not how you do that. I just swung really early. Do you have to... I thought you had to jump or something of that sort. There we go. Yeah, so... Maybe I just skipped over it. I didn't see jumping in the controls, but you jump the same way you jump in most cases in this game, which is holding B and swinging. So right now I can move. it amuses me that games like this tend to implement rolls, which look really overly dramatic, and usually make very little sense when... See, now I have no control of my movement. But usually when everyone's moving really slowly and then someone inexplicably does a roll, it looks more like they just tripped. Yeah, see, I can't control my movement now. It's really strange. Curious, can I... Okay, so you can jump to spike something that you're receiving, but that's a little bit more difficult. Excuse me? Okay. I'm not quite sure how that was working there. Okay, friend, are you gonna... Couldn't tell what me and my teammate were doing there. Okay. Apparently I can't trust them to ever hit anything. I have to go for every ball myself. Yeah, I'm really confused here. How they're serving. I'm barely able to hit that too. I have to dive for it for some reason. How do they keep doing this? I don't know how they keep hitting it just over the net, which I realize is a valid technique, but... Oh, hello? I can't move anymore. Great. Yeah. Oh, my controller died entirely. Hold up. That's weird. My controller lost connection entirely. Reconnect. I cannot... I can't... Great. What the heck? Sorry, Granny just suffered a bit of paralysis. What? Okay, one second. Okay, so... I've reloaded now. I had to restart everything to be able to control anything again. I'll have to pick up the dog again later. Oh! First, jeez, we get some real... Why can't I get this much sliding when I need it? Look how much distance I got there. I can go get the dog later, I guess. There is a balloon I might as well pick up. But that was annoying. I was most of the way through a match and then I just suddenly lose due to technical issues. But my Wii remote disconnected one more time too, between when I stopped recording and just now, which is a little suspicious to me. And there are a few places where things could be going wrong. I'm not sure which piece of hardware is causing issues right now, which is a little inconvenient. The first balloon. What is the color of the balloon today? I didn't realize this was sand here. That's weird. Blue. That's actually useful, so I might as well. Oh, yeah, I already knew that. I talked about that at one point, even though I never pulled it off successfully. That's just a thing in games in general, really, in most cases. The whole thing's just one big cylinder, collision-wise. Alright, back to the beach volleyball, if we may. I appreciate that net's actually here, even before the game starts. Yes, you and your senses. Yeah, man. I'm curious how much you can play this game without a nunchuck. I suppose there's a way to move around without the nunchuck too. So I use the nunchuck even to move. Great. Well, hopefully we'll get through this pretty quickly then. Well, you jumped for that, you had me confused for a second there. It is really weird how you switch between having control and not. Did she hit that both times? Hit the camera. It's a little hard, I will say though, to jump without immediately trying to hit the ball. So it's hard to try to time it and hit that at the peak of your jump. Ooh. But yeah, it makes a difference in how hard you hit the ball. I'm surprised AI even hits spikes at all, actually, to be perfectly honest. And in some cases they don't, but I feel like in games like this, usually if you pull off any kind of spike, if the lowest level AI will just never hit it whatsoever. What? Okay, I'm not liking how this indicator works on the ground to indicate where the ball is going to go. I feel like it causes me a lot of grief, especially when they barely hit the ball over the net. Because going where it is seems to prevent me from actually hitting the ball. I never have any idea of knowing whether my teammate's going for the ball or not. And it's not like doubles tennis where you have really clearly defined front and back, it feels like. Seems like everyone's just kind of going all on their own. Why are you running for that, dude? I still don't get why. I guess the idea was just it's too hard to try to line yourself up. Oops, see, I wasn't trying to hit it that quickly. I guess it's just too hard to line yourself up to hit the ball after your partner for an assist. Oh, see, I only swung the remote once to jump there. We both swung for it that time. I can never tell, because there has been at least one case where they were right next to me and I didn't try to go for the ball, and then they didn't actually hit it. Oh. It's satisfying if you just spike it immediately, but admittedly, not super practical. Huh. Thought that was gonna be better spike than it was, but whatever. Oh. They messed it up themselves. I didn't even hit the ball. One more round, jeez. That's gonna be 9 of these in total. That's weird. So, I imagine you can spike it immediately if you want, but maybe it's just a bit harder to do than I realized. This music is getting really exciting. See what? Maybe I just jumped too early there, but I feel like I should be able to hit that. No. Maybe... What's the point of jumping if you can't hit while you're jumping, then? I guess I just won't jump at all, then. If I'm not doing an assist. It would make sense, though, wouldn't it? It's not totally clear how the timing is for spikes. Oh well. I don't like that one thing is activated by a swing and the other is also activated by a swing. Because those two swings tend to blur together. Maybe I'm letting go of B too soon. So that same swing, whoa, still registers as... Yeah, I think the thing is I'm letting go of B too quickly. So as long as you're holding B, it won't register as you trying to hit the ball. It'll just register as a jump. Is that the talking sound when your score changes? Yeah, someone's just calling the score. Almost. I don't know how you aim your serve like that. How do you just barely hit the serve over the net? Alright. I'll finish this up next episode, I guess, with the other two matches. Everyone.